Hey guys, so I'm here to share some stuff with you guys, and I'm using my webcam on my laptop. I'm trying to get it situated. I hope everybody has had such a good week so far, and I hope that the new moon is bringing you a lot of wonderful insight and introspection. For me, I feel like Spirit has put it on my mind just to share some things that I have learned on my spiritual journey that have really, truly helped me in so many wonderful ways, as far as just ascending and having a peaceful spirit and even manifesting. I mean, that is, when you're a good manifester, that's a good, strong sign that you're on the right path with your spiritual journey and with your ascension journey. So they kind of go hand in hand. But just to get back to the basics of it, for me, it's like number one, you cannot have judgments or animosity inside of you. If anyone slights you, if they tell you they're going to do something for you and they don't do it, or if they say something hurtful or judgmental, or just anything that would normally be a trigger and put you in a negative mood, you have to recognize that and you have to not feed into it. That's a trigger, and triggers are from your ego. And your ego's number one goal is to stop you from having a spiritual ascension, from stopping you from having a spiritual awakening. Your ego wants you to stay stuck and feel like a victim at all times. So it doesn't matter what it is. If someone is trying their best to harm you or trigger you, or most of the time people aren't even trying, it's just us having some kind of grasp or what is the word? Affiliation, or holding on too tightly to an outcome. You have to let it go. You can't be tied up in any outcomes, even what people think of you or how they treat you. You have to let all of that go. You cannot get yourself triggered. You can't let anything trigger you. You can't have judgments. All of those things will stop your progress. They will stop your peace, and then you're not going to be manifesting, because you have to manifest from a spirit and a mind of gratitude and love, pure love. And when you can feel that flowing through you, that's when you can manifest. That's when you can experience the wonderful joy that is a spiritual awakening. And I mean, sometimes it feels a little bumpy. You'll get ascension symptoms. Sometimes every time you start on a spiritual awakening, you get all your triggers, all of your old triggers, all of your wounds, all of that stuff, all of the things that you haven't forgiven yourself for, all of the things that happened in your childhood. It doesn't matter. All of it's going to come up to test you, to see if you're really truly ready to let it go, because you have to do some serious shedding in order to get to that place where you're ready to get out of the 3D and on to the next. And so, yeah, what helps me with that is my prayer time, my meditation, my journaling, going outside and grounding myself, putting my feet on the ground, really sending people blessings and talking to my guides. And every time I communicate with my guides or with God or with Elijah, I just feel like this feeling that I'm getting set free from something. And it's honestly the most wonderful feeling. Every time I journal, I feel a release. Every time I meditate, I get that peaceful feeling. And the more you meditate, the better that comes. The more frequently that comes, the stronger that comes. So you have to not have a negative mindset. When you want to get on Facebook and vent, when you want to just say, "Oh, can you believe what this person did to me? I'm gonna retaliate. I'm not gonna put up with that." That right there, huge block. The universe does not reward that in any way, shape, or form. You're gonna stay stuck. So it doesn't matter. Don't let your ego get tripped up. Don't let anyone, including yourself, cause you to feel that you're being harmed, because all that is just judgments, and judgments are a huge hindrance to your progress. So it doesn't matter. you just have to let it go. It doesn't matter what people do or say or think about you. It does not matter. If someone hurts your feelings, release them. The sooner you release them, the sooner you're going to ascend. Um, Journaling is a great tool for me. I just write out everything. And you'll notice, because you can trick people, but you can't trick your spirit. You can't trick the universe. You can't trick your guides. You can't trick God. So you'll notice when it starts flowing freely, when you don't have triggers anymore, because you've learned how to handle that. You've learned how to release that and relinquish that. And you're starting to shed all of your old ways. You'll notice that you just feel so much more alive inside, and you can manifest so quickly whatever it is that is what your heart's desire is right at that moment. um, you'll have a peace inside of you, um, and other people will notice, because you'll glow from the inside out, and people will be drawn to that, and you will feel really good about yourself, and you'll have this new focus to put towards your spiritual journey and towards your learning. And as we go on, I know that Spirit is going to give me more and more advanced tips for you guys, but that is something really basic that a lot of people seem to not understand or want to skip that step. They think they can have anger or bitterness or triggers and still be able to ascend. And you can't. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. You have to release all of that old stuff. You can't be the same person that you were. This new person that you want to become doesn't get triggered. This new person is filled with holy love for everyone and for everything. And so, yeah, just take those words and think on them and meditate on them and try to take this advice, because it's definitely what Elijah has put on my heart today to share with everybody. We're all in this together. The shadow work is getting done. The ascension is happening. Um, and the ego death is a wonderful thing. And once you experience it, you'll never, ever, ever want to go back. I love you all. And I hope tonight is so, so, so blessed for all of you.